Hey, this is Steve, formerly of California Republic Stand-Up Paddleboards. I'm coming to you today. This is July 20, I think 4th. It's exactly 1 year since the final Moondoggies paddle camp ended. And so I've officially been retired for 1 year and out of business for 1 year. But I still have some boards for sale, and the reason I'm coming to you today is I'm going to show you some. This board right here, I cannot understand why it never sold. It's an amazing board. It's a wonderful board. I had this, I bought 4 of them about, I think 12 years ago. And I sold 3 of them. I kept this one, but actually no, I sold 2 of them. I kept one and I paddled that one for a solid year. And I love the board, I really did. This guy here, Corin Addison, he's a South African kayaker. And if you look at the design, it looks like very much like a Corin Addison design for kayaks. And a friend of mine, Scott, hey Scott, bought one, and he's much more motivated than I am. He contacted Corin Addison in South Africa and said, hey, what do you think about this board? Well, Corin Addison said, I have no knowledge. He had absolutely no knowledge. So I think what this is someone who has created this board with the idea that, and see right here it says Corin, the idea that it based on kind of his design, but wasn't really authorized by him. And the name of this board is San Onofre SUP. However, don't bother to look it up on the internet. You won't find a single thing. This comes from a company called Brew Surf in California. They're originally South African. Sean and what's the other guy's name? I can't remember. George. George, the guy I know. And so I bought these about 12 years ago, maybe 10 years ago. And I just absolutely loved them. I really, really did. Now, this board itself is 29 inches across, which is really not race board status. It's and it's also heavier than a modern race board. But a modern race board, I should point out, the one I have, the SIC, the RST SIC, the SIC Maui paddle, race board, which is kind of the state of the art at the moment. The retail price on those is $3,600. This board, I'm asking $450. $450, and I just can't understand why it hasn't sold. It comes with an adjustable paddle, carbon fiber adjustable paddle. I used to sell these for $150, so I mean it's a hell of a deal. Let me give you here's the bottom side of it. I mean, it really is, it's a beautiful board, and the reason I loved it so much about 10 years ago, when I used it it was my exclusive paddleboard for a year, was because it paddled so well. It's a bit heavier than most. Probably a modern paddleboard is 32 pounds. This one's 39 pounds. So it's not, it is more, but it's not significantly more. So $450 with paddle. If you want a leash, I've got those as well, but they're $25. Now, the other thing I'll do is I've got 8 of these. 6 of them are used, and it's an SIC Sonic. They're a very good board. I really enjoyed them. This is what I've been using in Conway. And the reason why is because I can leave them out on the dock, and I have for 8 or 10 months, and they look the same as when I first left them there. This one, though, was not actually on the dock, but the other ones that are on the dock are as good a condition as they were 8, maybe 10 months ago. But these are great board as well. They're 30 inches wide, so again, not really a race board. A race board is probably 26 and below wide, and it's 12 feet 6 inches. So again, not really a race board. Both of them are touring boards, but I'll sell these $350 with paddle. However, I do still have 2 that are still in the boxes. I'll show you just to prove to you. There they are, those 2 right there in the boxes. So those are $450. So if you're looking for a good paddleboard, Here are your options. $450 for the best. I'm telling you, I'm leaning on bringing this to Conway with me because it's much better than the SIC as far as a paddleboard, as far as a regular paddleboard. The person I see buying either board is a person who's kind of like playing with the idea of going into racing, but maybe it's not quite to that level yet. And when they get to that level, then they'll pay $2,500 to $3,500 for a board. But this is kind of a trainer to get you ready for that next level. That person, or someone who just wants to paddle for fitness and maybe put more distance on the water than normal. Now, if you want to like sit on the board and fart around with friends, this is probably not the right board. These are not beginner boards, but either one would be really good for someone who really wants it for fitness and for speed and for distance. Okay, think about it. Give me a call. This is Friday night, but I'm going to be here Saturday morning until about noon. I'm going to have a garage sale again tomorrow morning. So if you're interested, let me think. When I post this, I'll put my address. You can come by and take a look. If you think you might want it, let me know. I can hold it back, either one. Actually, I've got 6 of these, so I'll just tell me you want one. And I can even deliver it. Okay? So hope you have a good night, a good day, and I think tomorrow, Saturday, I plan on leaving around noon. But if you're interested in kick-ass paddleboard, here's your opportunity. Thanks. Bye.